Hello, everyone. Let's see. Let me know when you hop on. Hi, Sandra. How are you? What time is it where you are? Okay. Hello. Hi, Jennifer. Hello. Okay, you're in Quebec. That's what I thought. I thought I remembered reading that from one of your comments before. Well, thank you for tuning in. Renee, hi. Quincy, Leah. Am I saying your name right? Leah, is that correct? I've never seen that spelling before, but I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. So let me know if that's wrong. I'm just sipping on some tea. I really wanted to make coffee, but I'm having tea instead. So I'm using my Sip and Makeup mug. I know a lot of you have this mug. Hi, Chris. Okay, I am pronouncing it right. Okay, good. I hate pronouncing people's names wrong. All right, so I thought we could just, hi from Germany. I thought we could just do like a get ready with me. I pulled out a bunch of the stuff that I got from the Sephora sale. So I figure we'll just use this stuff. And if there's anything you want to see me use that I don't pull out, just let me know and I can do that. But yeah, that's what I thought we could do today. So I already did SPF and all of that. I'm going to skip primer because y'all know I have an issue with primers, clearly. And I did actually return the Tom Ford primer. If you saw my video where I tried a bunch of this stuff. I tried it with something else. I tried it with the Makeup Forever HD Skin Glow Foundation, which I love. And it's just like, it just didn't work. It literally peeled up all over my face. It didn't work. So I returned it. Hi. Hello. Oh, you're not a member, but you're watching. Okay, you know what? It's probably because I didn't select members only when I did this. So that's okay. I just forgot when I did it. I don't do it often enough. So that's probably what I did. You have to select members only when you do the live, and I probably didn't select it. So if you're not a member, that's okay. We'll just do a regular live. Hi, Thomas. Do you still have the Patrick Ta foundation? Yes, I do. Do you mean the newest one, the Hydrolux, or the cream one? The original one? I have both. Hi, Becky. All right, so I pulled out this one, the Dior stick to use, or I did get this skin tint, the Sephora one. Do you have a preference? If you do, let me know, and I'll use whichever one you want to see. Or if there's something else you really want to see, let me know, and I can pull that out and use that too. I'll just wait, and you guys can tell me what you want to see. Dior. Hi, Lisa. I did have a good week. I hope you did too. Dior is your favorite. Skin tint. Sephora. I guess maybe I should use the Sephora one just because I used this in the video that I did. So I guess we could do that. You tried to order the Patrick Ta Duo. It's sold out. Yeah, I know. Those sold out instantly. Or not instantly, but I tried to order them actually the first morning of the sale. So when it opened for Rouge, And one of the shades, the darker one, was already sold out at 8 a.m. And then I think later in the day, three of the shades sold out. And then now I think they're all out of stock, which is sad. I was hoping they would stock those pretty well for the sale since they were brand new and they were gone pretty quick, but they are really pretty. Have you tried with Cali Ray primer? So I actually don't have the Cali Ray primer anymore. I decluttered that a while ago because I hated that primer, to be honest. I hated that. I hated that way more than the Tom Ford one. The Tom Ford one was nice feeling on my skin. It just didn't work with stuff. So, you know, it's not really worth the money when you can't use it with a lot of stuff. But the Cali Ray primer, I had probably, I don't know, about a year ago, and it was so drying on me. I just felt like, I know it's supposed to be like a mattifying primer, but on me, it felt so dry and it made all my foundations look dry. I don't know. I just wasn't a huge fan. My husband is fine. He is out there with all of the animals, trying to keep them quiet. Oh, hold on. I want to read this comment. Oh, Shelly. Yes. So I ran into Shelly here in the chat. I saw her at Sephora the other day. I was in there with my mom. Whatever foundation. Okay, the foundation I was wearing that day was actually the Chantecaille Future Skin foundation. And I agree. I thought that one looked so good. In fact, even my mom, who was with me that day, she said to me when we got in the car, what foundation are you wearing? Because it looks really good. It was the Chantecaille one. But it was really nice meeting you, Shelly. Thank you so much for saying hi. I love it when I see you guys in real life, which doesn't happen very often, but thank you for saying hi. Yes, those Patrick Ta duos. They're so pretty. Did anybody else get the Patrick Ta duos before they sold out? Oh, Leah, you got Dreamland and Blissed in the Kosas blushes. I have those both, and I love them both. Those are so pretty. I love those too. Quincy, I can tell by looking at your primers, will not agree with sunscreen and all of your skin prep, which is absolutely perfect. Thank you. Yeah, primers just don't seem to agree with me. I don't know. I feel like other people, sorry, my dog is being really loud, but I feel like other people have no issues with primers. They just use them constantly, and I just don't, does not work for me at all. I don't know. Have I tried the KJH blushes? I have not. No. Has anyone on here tried them? I have not tried them, but I've seen nothing but good reviews. I actually haven't tried the first product from KJH either, the Hyper Shine highlighter. Haven't tried that either. Yes, the Chantecaille is so good. Oh, Elneg, you're sick. I'm so sorry. I hope you start feeling better. What did you pick up? So you made some returns and you also picked up some things. That's how I am. Of course, when I went into Sephora the other day to return the Tom Ford primer, of course, I came out with some other things because naturally. Does anybody ever go into Sephora during the sale and return something and not buy anything else? Some people probably do, but I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those people. I do think it is like a silicone water issue with the primers. But what's exhausting about that is sometimes you don't want to like look up products as you're applying them to see, okay, this has silicone, this doesn't. Can I use this with that? You know, I know that's how it works, and I'm sure that probably is part of the problem, is whatever the bases are of the products just isn't working well together. But that's just so annoying, especially with that Tom Ford primer. I can't pay $90 for a primer and have it not work with majority of the things that I'm using it with, you know? You have issues with primers too. Jennifer, which blushes are you talking about? Oh, the KJH blushes. Are those the ones you mean? KJH is Katie Jane Hughes, her makeup brand. She has a few different products, and she just released some blushes. Okay. I get so caught up reading the comments, I can't like read and do this at the same time. But that was shade 130 in this skin tint from Sephora. It's really light coverage, but it's really pretty. I like to wear it and then just use concealer in spots where I need a little bit more coverage, but I do really like it. Oh, Javon Ford. I'm not familiar with that brand. Those are brushes? Has anyone else tried those? I am not familiar with that. Quincy, you only returned 2 things out of your 2 hauls. One was the CL skin tint. Interesting. I came out with $200 more worth of stuff. I totally get that. Totally understand that. I'm surprised you returned the CL skin tint, because I actually really like that. What else did you return out of curiosity? Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of Corrector now. This is the Tarte one. This is not new, but I don't have a new Corrector really to use. So I'm just going to use this one. I'm actually going to be happy, to be honest, when the sale is over, because I just don't want, I don't want the temptation of there being a discount. And, you know, then I'm sure you all watch people's videos of what they bought, myself included. And then you start thinking, oh, well, should I try this? Should I try that? And it gets exhausting after a while. So I will actually be kind of glad when the sale is over tomorrow. Oh, he's a cosmetic chemist on Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna have to look him up because I am not familiar with him. Ooh, okay, you're returning the icy palette and a few other things. Okay, yeah, I didn't get the icy palette. That one, I mean, it looks pretty. It just wasn't anything that really spoke to me that much. Spoke to me enough that I needed to buy it. But I mean, the colors do look pretty. I like Huda eyeshadows pretty well. Oh yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out because I didn't even realize that. When I scheduled this, I must have not clicked the members button, but that's okay. I need to do more lives for both anyways, so it's okay. You're using the Charlotte Tilbury corrector, but you might need a shade darker. Which shade do you use? I actually use the shade medium in that one. got a sample of the Benefit Clay Mask. Love it so much. Ooh, and yeah. So I have a thing with minis. I love to buy minis because they're small, and part of me thinks, well, if I don't know that I love a product, it kind of makes sense to buy a mini. But then usually the price per ounce is like astronomical in the minis. So then I'm like, well, no, should I just go ahead and buy the full size? I always kind of have that struggle as well with getting the small one or not. Ooh, you're dying to see me use the Roxa palette. Okay. That palette is pretty, but I just know I would not use it. If I bought that, I just know I wouldn't use it. And sometimes I kind of get into this pattern of thinking I need to buy things just for review purposes. And I know some people do that, but I try not to, just because then I end up with a ton of products, and a lot of them I don't even really like that much. So I try to stay away from that if I can. So that's why I didn't get the Roxa palette, but it does look pretty if you're really into purple. You bought fair. Yeah, maybe try the medium shade, because I use medium in the Charlotte Corrector, and it's really not that deep to be the medium shade, so you could probably wear that one. Do I still like Bobbi Brown Corrector? Yes, I do. I love that. I still use I don't use the pot one as much, but I use the stick one in the shade Bisque. I do use that a lot. So I'm using the Fenty concealer now in 185C. Yeah, Bobbi Brown Corrector is still one of my favorites. Ooh, you bought the NARS face palette. Martina was telling me that was really good, that she bought it and she was surprised by how good it was. Mega by Mario spray. I haven't tried that yet. Armani lip glosses. I love. YSL brown mascara. I love. Givenchy mini powder. So did you buy the new one, the like shimmery one? I still haven't tried the new formula, so I don't really know what I think about it, but I wasn't a huge fan of the original formula, but I know a lot of people are really mad about that. You're right. Purple does make green stand out. That is very true. Very, very true. I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll be more into color. I feel like when I want to use color, I'm honestly a lot more likely to use like a colored eyeliner, like a purple liner, as opposed to purple eyeshadow. But I don't know why that is. But I seem to be much more willing to use the colored liners. Oh yeah, Martina's looks were so pretty, all three of them. She pulls off color so well, though. I feel like she pulls off every single color. I feel like I'm one of those people, I don't pull off color very well. I think I look better in neutral tones, but I agree. I loved her looks too. Oh, a lot of you bought the Roxa palette. That's interesting. Chris, thinking about the Westman concealer, do people have it? Is it worth the price? I have it. I love it. I do think it's worth the price. I would recommend it if you want a medium to full coverage. It's not light coverage. So right off the bat, if you don't want that, I would not buy that concealer. It's definitely pretty full in terms of coverage level. And I would say, I think it's a thicker concealer, but I do find it pretty hydrating for how thick the texture is. But it does kind of remind me of of Natasha Denona. It reminds me of that one a little bit. So if you've tried Natasha Denona and you liked it, you would probably like that one. If you tried Natasha Denona and you didn't, you might not love that one. Oh, I did not know Givenchy reformulated again? Oh my gosh, I did not know that. I knew that I've seen a lot of people saying they took those powders off the shelf, the newer ones, but I didn't know why they did that. I guess that was to reformulate. I don't know. I did not know that though. I feel like I've got a hair on my face and I can't see. If it's more of a natural finish powder now, I might actually like it. So that's good to know. You bought Petal from Westman. You'll love that color. That's like, I feel like that's their most popular blush color. That one's really pretty. Okay, let's do some, well, actually, let me take a little bit more of this. Did anybody buy any of the like sets that Sephora has right now? I didn't buy any of the gift sets really this year other than the Rare Beauty one that I showed in my haul with the mascara and the cream shadow stick. And then let's see, I got the Laneige peppermint set, the lip set, and then did I get something else? The dress code set from Merit. Those are really the only three like gift set type things that I got. But I feel like Sephora had some good ones this year. You did a nice haul for this Sephora sale. I feel like I typically buy more in the fall sale than I do in the spring sale. I don't know why. I guess I don't know why, but I feel like I definitely do. Thank you. Oh, you got Joe Malone, mini duo set, still waiting for it to arrive. Yeah, they have a lot of fragrance gift sets this year. Oh, do you like the Westman better than the Chanel? You know what? Yeah, I personally do, just because the Westman has more coverage and I like coverage in a concealer. So yeah, if I had to pick one or the other, I would pick Westman. Hi, Carrie. Georgia is looking. My mom has a new dog and her name's Georgia. I guess she's looking, she can hear me talking probably. She's looking for me. Okay, I didn't get any new bronzer this time. So I'm just going to use what I have out. This is Westman in Biscuit. That's odd for me. I feel like I normally get at least one new bronzer, but I did not this time. Ooh, you wanted oh, you know what? Those Gucci highlighters. I looked at those several times when I was in Sephora and I picked it up, put it back, picked it up, put it back. Cause you know me, I don't use highlighters that often. So I always feel kind of silly paying that much for a highlighter when in reality, I don't wear highlighters that often. But that formula looks so beautiful. So I was definitely tempted. You bought a Lancome brown mascara. Ooh, which mascara comes in brown? I'm trying to think if I've tried. I think the only mascara I've tried from Lancome is now I can't think of it. The one that comes in the pink tube. I've tried that one, but I don't think that one comes in brown. Let me know what one it is that's been brown. Hi from Portugal. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, Elnegs, the Lawless set that you're talking about. Do you mean the one in Daisy Girl? Is that the color Daisy Girl? Because I bought one when I was in Kohl's 2 days ago, and it was a Lawless set, and I think it's Daisy Girl. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. Oh, Leah, did I miss your comment? Oh, I see now. Leah, you said Wherever Pearl is one of your favorites. Yeah, why is nobody talking about that highlighter? That highlighter really shocked me. I feel like I don't hear anyone talk about that, but I can see why. That's one of the prettiest powder highlighters I've ever tried. Quincy, have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, if you miss part of the live, it'll be under the live tab. You can go and watch it if you want. Have you seen the new liquid highlighter? Oh yeah, from Armani. I did see those. I haven't purchased one, but yes, I did see them. Are they out on Sephora already? I think actually I did see that they are, now that I say that. I did not pick one up though. I do almost always, every single sale. Usually late Monday night, I will end up placing one last order every single time. I say I'm not going to do it, and then I do it pretty much every time. So we'll see if that happens this time, but I haven't missed a sale doing that I can think of, so I'm guessing I probably will. I have not tried the Hindash highlighters. I haven't tried anything from his brand, actually. I love him, though. Okay. All right. I also did not pick up a powder this sale, which is also kind of unusual. So I'm going to use this one that I just pulled out here. This is the Amicole powder. And then we'll do some blush. Wayne Goss did a video on the Hindash highlighters. Yeah, the only thing, I really always wanted to try the Hindash, what are they called? The liquid shadows? Or I think they're supposed to be like multi-purpose liquid products where you can use it under or on your eyes, on your face. There was one of those in like a brown color that I always wanted, but I never did buy it. but I've never tried anything from him. Oh, it looks close to the old Becca highlight. You're hoping it is. Oh yeah, those Armani ones. I hope that it is. I miss Becca. I wish Becca would come back. I know they came back with Smashbox, but like come back all the way. Blair, I've seen you use the Patrick Ta lip balm. Is it a favorite? Do you mean the one in the little pot thing? If you're talking about that one, is it a favorite? No, not really. I like it, but I wouldn't call it a favorite, no. Yeah, so the pot one, it's okay. If, you know, I don't think it's bad, but there's nothing like, nothing special about it that I think you like have to have that one. I'm still waiting on my Patrick Ta order to come, actually. I have 2 more of the duos coming, the eyeshadow duos, and I'm still waiting on them. I feel like I've been waiting on them forever. I think they're supposed to come, I think the last time I checked it said Wednesday, but I wish they would hurry up and come because I am being impatient and I really want those other 2. Okay, so for blush, the only blush I've purchased so far is this one, the Fenty one in Petal Poppin, but I also have this one, which I've had for a little while, which is Bakin Cakes. This is probably the least amount of blushes I've ever bought. I don't think I've ever only bought 1 blush during a Sephora sale, or not, at least not that I can remember. Ooh, Leah, I did hear that actually about Marc Jacobs coming back, which I would be so excited for because I used to love a lot of Marc Jacobs beauty. I hope that's true. I have actually heard it too, Leah. I saw something about it on Instagram. It's been a while though since I've seen anyone mention it, but I did see what you're talking about. These Fenty blushes, I'm just telling you, if you don't have one of these, you need one. They're so, so beautiful. Easy to apply. They have just like a little bit of a glow. I love them. Oh, I didn't know that. He's the guest editor for December Vogue. I did not know that. That's interesting. Tom Ford's lip liner is worth more than other products if you convert the unit price to grams. Yeah, I bought one of those. I really like it during the sale. Baking Cakes is so beautiful in this blush. Everybody needs, like, this is the perfect neutral blush. In fact, I'm gonna do a little bit of this one too. Hi, Chris. Okay. Should we do some Makeup Forever highlighter since we were talking about it? Let's do So this is the highlight we were talking about earlier. It's Makeup Forever in Wherever Pearl. And it is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Like, why is nobody talking about this? I love this one. Did anyone order anything from the Victoria Beckham sale? She's doing 20% off this weekend, which they don't do that often. Yeah, that's my husband's nickname for me. Oh, Nikki has talked about this highlighter. I haven't heard her talk about it, but that wouldn't surprise me because I get so many recommendations from her. Okay. You need some brows. Where's my brow? I'm just going to use this. This part isn't that exciting. Can't find my brow brush. Would I recommend Huda's powder over Makeup by Mario? No. If I had to pick between those two, I would absolutely pick the Mario powder. The reason why is the Mario powder is more finely milled. It's lighter looking on the skin. It doesn't look, it's not a super makeup-y looking powder. It's more of an everyday kind of powder for me. Just obviously, this is just my opinion. The Huda one, that's a great powder, but it's a little heavy. So I wouldn't use that on like an everyday basis. So the one that I use the most would definitely be the Mario one. But if you're looking for like a glam, like full-on kind of makeup-y powder, then you might like the Huda one. I don't know if that's helpful, but yeah, this it's huge actually. I got this from TJ Maxx. I found this random Luke's mug there. And if you know anything about me, you would know that I have to be one of the biggest Gilmore Girls fans in the whole world. I watch it on repeat always. Every single night before I go to bed, I watch like sometimes like 5 minutes of Gilmore Girls, and I just keep doing that till I hit the end, and then I start over. So I was really excited when I found that Luke's mug at TJ Maxx. How would you compare the Mario powder to the Ami Colé powder if you tried it? Actually, that's what I used today. I just used the Ami Colé powder. They are very similar. Very, very similar. I would say probably honestly the most similar to each other of all my powders actually would be Makeup by Mario and Ami Colé. I think Mario might be slightly more mattifying than the Ami Colé one, but they are, I would say they're very comparable to each other. The Mario one, I think, comes in more shades than the Ami Colé, but I think, honestly, they're very close. So if you were trying to pick between the two, I don't think you could go wrong with either one of those. I would describe the Ami Colé as an everyday kind of powder, just like the Mario one. It's not super thick or heavy. So if you're looking for a lighter weight setting powder, I would recommend that one, either one of those. You're welcome. I hope that was helpful. I think if you want an everyday powder, you would like the Mario one for sure. Oh my gosh, the Coty Airspun powder. I forgot about that. I used to have that. I think I ended up decluttering mine because the fragrance was a little bit much for me on that one. Fragrance, I'm not like really bothered by, but I remember that one kind of smelled like a powdery, like grandma kind of scent to me. Unless I'm thinking of something else, but I think that powder is the one I'm thinking of. It was a good powder though. I just hated the smell. Has anyone tried Sarah Creole lipstick in Double Standard? I have not tried that. I haven't tried anything from that brand. I think that's a newer brand to Sephora that I have not tried yet. All right. How many of you have a bunch of, or not a bunch, but how many of you have some things in your Sephora cart that you're just waiting till the last second to decide if you're going to buy or not? Tomorrow. I definitely have some more stuff in my cart. I do that every single sale. And then I always wait until the very last minute on Monday. And I almost always end up placing that one final order. Ooh, Gucci bronzer. Yeah, that one is good. I was kind of thinking of getting the Armani Luminous Silk powder bronzer. That was one of the ones that, in fact, I think it's in my cart right now, but I couldn't decide on the color on that bronzer because I feel like the lightest color looks really, really warm, but then the medium color looks a little bit too deep, so I just ended up not getting it, but it's still in my basket. Okay, yeah, a lot of you have stuff in your cart too. Okay, now what should we do on the eyes? Should we do the Patrick Ta shadow again? I did this in the video, but I ended up taking it off and putting on this Armani shadow. But let me know if you want to see the Patrick one again. Okay. Yes, I agree that Gucci packaging, so pretty. Probably the prettiest bronzer packaging I've ever seen. Let me I didn't grab an eye primer. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of this Sigma eye base first, just because I find if I use shadow sometimes and I don't like even out my eyelids, it can kind of mess with the color of the shadow. Can I get a P.O. box? You know what? I've thought about getting a P.O. box, but I couldn't ever make up my mind on it. I haven't looked that far into it. I thought that P.O. boxes are really expensive. I don't know if they are or not. Maybe I'm just making that up. But I have thought about getting a P.O. box. Yep, I'm a sucker for pretty packaging too. It's okay. Sometimes I get comments when I say that in videos. I'll like comment on the packaging of something, and people will say, "The packaging doesn't matter. Why are you praising the packaging?" And I just can't. I can't understand that thinking. I feel like the packaging, if you don't mind paying for nice packaging, then you should be able to have it, you know? That's just me. You bought Still at the Club and love it. Which one is that? Is that the gold one or is that the pink one? Oh, you think I should get a P.O. box too? Maybe I will. Okay, so I'm going to use the top one. So the one that's more of like the champagne color. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but if I see someone and this quality is not great, so you can't see this well like you can in my videos, but this shadow is absolutely beautiful, and I just have to say to the people that are saying that these are overpriced, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but you are wrong. They are not overpriced. They're absolutely beautiful and high quality. But people have been so mad about these eyeshadows. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, come on. You're not going to be able to see it on this live, but those shadows are absolutely worth it. I agree. I think they're one of the most beautiful shadow formulas I've seen in forever. And I mean, people are just going nuts over them well, what's so funny about it to me is everyone was complaining about the price before they even released. And then they released and they sold out the day that the Sephora sale started. So it doesn't really make sense with what a lot of people were saying, but I don't get it. I totally agree about that packaging as well. I try and overanalyze whether I want simpler packaging for a less product price. Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with that too. So I guess I'll swatch these really quick in case you didn't see my other video, but this is them on my finger. So that's the one I put on my lid, and this is the one that's kind of like a duochrome. It's like pink and gold. It just kind of depends on how you look at it. Oh my gosh, yes, people are like up in arms about these eyeshadow duos. I know, it's so funny that everyone's complaining about them, yet they sold out almost immediately. You can see the swatches better in my video, but there they are right there. They're very very, very wet looking. So if you don't like that look on your eyes, you definitely would not love these. But if you do, then you probably would. Yes, absolutely. Becky, you're so right. I hadn't even thought about the Chantecaille duos. Yeah. I don't even know the price of those, but I know they're very expensive. I got the darker shade duo. Oh, Sandra, I actually ordered the darker one as well. I ordered it from Patrick Ta because it sold out before I could buy it on Sephora, and I haven't gotten it yet, but that one looks so, so pretty. You need that Sigma eye color. This eye color is Persuade from Sigma. I love it as a eyeshadow primer. Ashley, yeah, that's what I think. There are so many single shadows that people are totally forgetting about that people go nuts over. And you don't ever hear anyone complain about the price, but then that one comes out and people are absolutely losing it over the price. It's just crazy to me. Yeah, I didn't choose members only when I did this live. I just didn't realize that I didn't. So yeah, everybody can see this. So that's why you're seeing it. Lock Maiden. You were surprised by wait, which ones were you surprised by? How does Patrick Ta eyeshadow compare to Victoria Beckham eye luster? Is that right? Yeah, the eye lusters. Okay. Let me think about this. The eye lusters are, well, actually, let me just pull out a Victoria Beckham. Okay. So here's a Victoria Beckham eye luster. I will say I have two of the Victoria Beckham ones. I have Honey and Chiffon. Chiffon doesn't give me much payoff at all. Honey does, though, so I like Honey. This one is a little bit more dry feeling. The Patrick Ta's, to me, they feel pretty creamy. So the texture is pretty different. The Patrick Ta's are also more wet looking than the Victoria Beckham to me. So like that's the Victoria Beckham in Honey. So this is sparkly, but I don't know that it gives you, I don't think it gives you as much of the wet look. It's like a true kind of topper metallic shade. I definitely think they're similar, but the texture is definitely a little bit different. Let me swatch it next to this one. Yeah, the Patrick Ta's are much thinner and they just feel more fine, like very, very fine. The Victoria Beckham feels a little bit chunkier. But like that's Patrick Ta up there, and that is Victoria Beckham and Honey. Those shades are not like identical shades, but let's see. something. Oh yeah, I felt I felt bad that he had to come out and defend the price too. I mean, I thought that was nice of him to come out and make that video, but honestly, he shouldn't have to justify his prices at all. But yeah, I did feel bad that he did that too. $65 for the Chantecaille duos, but yet nobody's like going crazy over that. I don't know. Some of the holiday shadows are much more than the Patrick Ta, yeah. If you don't want to spend that much, move on. Absolutely. That's exactly how I feel. It's not that serious, you know? Like, if you don't think it's worth the money, then that's fine. But some of us do think it's worth the money. Hi, Sarah. Yes, I agree. The lid lusters from Victoria Beckham, the shades definitely vary in terms of the texture. My necklace is from Majuri, and these gold hoops are from Majuri, and these little like diamond studs right here, these are from Ana Luisa. Yes, Locke, I totally agree with that. The Patrick Ta shades, texture-wise, feel very similar to a Pat McGrath special shade, for sure. I don't think you'd be disappointed in the Patrick Ta duos, truly. I'm just using a little bit of bronzer, by the way, in my crease. I also saw, or I didn't see it, but there's a lot going around that I guess Michaela on TikTok, she made like a TikTok and said that the Patrick or that new e.l.f. single shadows are the same quality as the Patrick Ta. I haven't tried the e.l.f. personally, but I have picked them up and looked at them. And to me, even just looking at it without even touching the formula, you can look at the top of the shadow and tell that they're definitely not the same quality, but I don't know. Has anyone tried those e.l.f. shadows? Okay. Well, I was going to do some eyeliner, but I didn't pull one out here, so I guess we won't. Yeah, blasphemy. That's what I said when I saw that. Like, there is no way those are the same quality as those e.l.f. shadows. And no shade to e.l.f. I love e.l.f., but I can just tell you there's no way that those two shadows are comparable. No way. I just saw the e.l.f. When I was in Target a few days ago, but that's the only place that I've seen them in store. I almost picked one up, and honestly, I probably should have, because I think when I get my other two Patrick Ta shades in the mail that I'm going to do a video on them, and I could compare them to the e.l.f. in that video. So maybe I should go back and get one so I can try it for myself. I don't blame you one bit. I try to avoid TikTok for the most part. I will get on there sometimes to post a TikTok, but then I get off. Because I don't know, TikTok makes me feel kind of icky. I don't know what it is exactly, but I definitely don't like it very much. For some reason, I don't mind Instagram at all. I like Instagram, but there's something about TikTok that's just, I don't know, gives me the ick. I still think that YouTube is going to be, well, I think YouTube is always going to be relevant, but I think the short form craze that we've kind of seen for the past few years will die down and long form will kind of come back. It's just my opinion, but I do think it will. Yeah, I agree. Overstimulating, it's just too much. It's just too much. I find every time I get on there, after I've been on it for like 5 minutes, I start to feel like antsy or something. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. Definitely don't like it. Okay. You wipe off my lip mask. TikTok, not for me. Yeah, me neither. All right, for the lip, I have the 2 lip liners that I got. So I have the Dior one and the Tom Ford. The Tom Ford is in 103 Irresistible. Dior is in 300 Nude Style. Which one should I use? I'll swatch them. Okay, so Tom Ford is on the top, Dior is on the bottom. They're kind of similar. Tom Ford is a little bit more brown. I think the Dior one has a little bit more pink in it, but they're kind of similar. Dior. Which one is nude pink? I would say the Dior one is more nude pink. Okay, so we'll do Dior. Oh, actually, I keep forgetting. The Dior ones come with this little brush on the end, which is nice. Honestly, the 2 really remind me of each other. Dior or Chanel? Do you mean for lip liner or just in general? Oh, you have the translucent one. I don't have that one. So I used to have a favorite lip liner from Dior and they discontinued it. It was Brown Fig. Some of you may remember it, but when they rebranded, when they brought the lip liners back, they got rid of Brown Fig, which was very, very sad. In general, Dior or Chanel? Gosh, that's hard. That's really hard. Right now, I would honestly say Dior, probably, just because I'm thinking of the things that I have in my collection and the things that I love the most, and I would say I love more from Dior. But in all fairness, I've tried more Dior products than I have Chanel products, so that's probably not fair. But right now, yeah, I would probably say Dior. This lip liner is like the perfect color. Okay. Oh, speaking of Dior, okay, I have to show you something. So this is something I forgot to put in my haul that I actually didn't get from Sephora because they didn't have them. The same day I went to shop the Sephora sale in store, after that I went to an Ulta, of course, because of course I did. And I saw these Dior Rouge Forever liquid lipsticks. These are like the holiday lipsticks with sequins in them. And I think these were the ones that were out last year and they sold out like immediately. Anyways, I was in an Ulta and I saw this and I swatched it and then I had to have it. So it has like gold packaging, which is really pretty. But this one is in the shade 100 Sequin. Is that right? No, Sequin is the formula. Dreams is the color. Okay, so I'll swatch it for you, but this color was so pretty. And I haven't used it yet. I meant to use it in my haul and I forgot. That's it right there. So you probably can't see, but there really are like little sequins in it if you look closely. I remember last year people went like crazy for these and they were gone like instantly. So let's use this. Wait, I missed a comment. I hope, oh, the Patrick Ta to return before the sale ends. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sephora does do that sometimes where they send out like a one-time 20% off code in December. Hopefully they do that again. I think a lot of people are waiting for those Patrick Ta duos to come back. Oh gosh, that color is so perfect with that lip liner. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so it probably won't come off on this camera, but there are like literal like sequins in this. When you look up close, wow, that color is so pretty. I promise to only buy one duo. See, you'll do that. You'll buy one like I did, and then when you see it, you're going to be like, oh, I should have gotten another. I should have gotten two because they're so pretty. I am not a Sagittarius. I assume that's what you're talking about. I am a Virgo. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's like totally dried down on my lips. That's interesting. Never tried this. All right, I guess that is everything. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know how I didn't choose members only for this, but I didn't. So I hope you enjoyed. If you're not a member, I hope you had fun with this live. It was so much fun. I need to do these more often. They're really just I need to get more in the habit of doing it because it's really easy to sit down and do these. I don't know. You know, life is busy, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah, this was so much fun. And yeah, if you're interested in being a member, the link is at the top of all my videos. In the description box, it's up at the very top. But thank you. And I will do another one soon. Watch the community tab and I will post it there whenever I decide it. But yeah, thank you for being here and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.